It is 9 o'clock in the morning, and this is the light source. This is what is stalking with light, maintenance of light directly over me. Not only is it over me in Ontario at the Ontario Museum of History and Arts, okay? Not only is that with regard to what is impossible, you have what is a body of documentation showing my departure from this location. Even if the entity were to engage in even if you were to accept the notion that the actual sun rises over the Ontario Museum, despite the fact that I documented otherwise, the entity keeping the light source over me early in the morning as I was in the vehicle at 60 North Fern, the entity and rising and also engaging in maintenance and as though that sun is then setting over that vehicle in alignment, aiming light into that vehicle into the evening. But also the entity doing the same with regard to my presence at Mercy House, which is again not over the roof. This is not maintenance of that light source as I documented March 14th, which at no time advanced beyond that building, the roof of that building, that property over my head while I'm at that address, which is not hovering over this particular side. It's not hovering over this building, nor would it be hovering over me in this manner while I'm standing on the walkway at the museum. But in addition to that, you have what is a body of evidence where I'm departing from this address well before 9 o'clock in the morning. And the entity is moving as I move with that light source. And that's as I go to Upland, that's as I go to Chino, that's as I go to Fontana, that's as I go to Pomona. That's it. The entity engaging in all manner of, and that's also as I remain in Ontario, by the way. Being at Ontario Town Square at before 7 o'clock in the morning, at 8 o'clock in the morning is not remaining. It's not visible. It is in no way coexisting with being squarely above my head in this manner at the Ontario Museum of History and Art. It's very precise with regard to the maintenance of presence. Now, again, I'll give you a specific example. My documentation, 8:56 a.m., that video, this is 9 o'clock, I'm in Pomona, California. The light source is directly over my head in this same exact manner. That is not the same. And I'm showing you video when I'm on the bus going to Pomona. The light source is moving. It's not remaining over some museum in Ontario at Euclid and Hope Boulevard. All right. And that's how you are understanding what these people are doing and what their condition is. They're demon possessed and they are stalking together. All right. This is what is group stalking. Also, you're going to pay attention to what is the light activity, in addition to what is not the presence of the sun that's over the Ontario Museum as I remain here, not coincidentally even over the side of the building where I'm at remaining. You have what is impossible light that's reaching underneath the structure. That's the pattern, okay? That's what the entity does while it remains over a specific address for the duration of the day, okay? This is not going to occur under any circumstances, and it's also not going to occur where this light source that is supposed to be the sun, only if you are ignorant and not paying attention to your environment and what is absolutely impossible and demonic, because that's supernatural conduct, that's demonic. The light source is directly over my head while I'm in Fontana documenting Officer McMillan at 9 o'clock in the morning at the intersection of Sierra Avenue and Arrow Boulevard. This is not light that's going to be present because of what's supposed to be the sun that's right over the museum, and so that sunlight reaching under. No. You're paying attention to mere common sense, first of all, and the details. The entity is keeping a fake sun over me in Fontana where I'm there. That's another timestamp. All right, I'm in Chino, California at 9 o'clock. At 8:56 a.m., standing in front of the Chino Transit Center, documenting the demons that are group stalking at that location. And that's how you know, because the light source is over me there. That is not hovering over the museum, and that's supposed to be, because this is the form. This is how you break it down. That's supposed to be the sun, and so that sunlight, that's also reaching underneath, because that's the sun right there. Well, no, it's not. Even if you were to disregard direct evidence of what is showing you an impossible environment, stalking with light, a demonic pattern of conduct where surveillance is underway by the state of California, at the same venue where the entity is stalking by helicopters and law enforcement, etc. But you have what is the placement of the light source over me in an entirely different county, in Pomona, California, in Fontana, California, at a specific intersection where I'm showing you it's right over my head, over the street sign. That is not hovering over the museum. That is light activity that will never exist. You're looking at what is group stalking in that environment, and these are psychopaths. This is what Satan engages in, by the way. As I'm documenting them, as Satan is witnessing me document them, they engage in more of the same. And that's exactly how the people shall be prosecuted. This is evidence for that prosecution, understanding what is terrorism, okay? Group stalking as an entity, and they're demon-possessed in doing so. And this is what they do in bathrooms. And that's the government stalking in bathrooms, and that's exactly what is the evidence for what is a sex offender, where the government has no business engaging in surveillance, let alone following you into a bathroom. And that's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they are doing. All right, on an ongoing basis. This demon is monitoring and engaging in what is group stalking, and doing so by companies, as you see Amazon Prime and Southwest Airlines, and what is directed light This is how you're understanding what is group stalking under what is a light source that remains over me. All right, it is 9:04 a.m. and where am I? In Rancho Cucamonga at the DMV. And 9:04 a.m. I'm showing you what is impossible light that's inside of the DMV, while those demons are group stalking inside of a state facilitating venue, and directed light is sprawling across the ceiling, reaching across the room, and you see those demons' heads. They have multiple shadows in that directed light. And then I walk outside at 9:06 a.m. All right, and it's 9:04. It's about to be 9:06 a.m. and it's about 120 seconds, and the light source is right over my head in Rancho Cucamonga over that parking lot. All right, that is mutually exclusive. That is a prosecution of a company engaging in what is demonic, serving criminal summoning with the state of California. These demons are pacing in relevant positions. Southwest is creating audible activity and crossing paths with those demons that you see engaging in walking by, and they're all doing it in engineered light, doing it in what is direct light. All right, that's directed light. This is the maintenance of a light source that's not possibly the sun. It's 9:05 p.m. This is not Rancho Cucamonga. I cannot see what's over the sky space of the parking lot of the Rancho Cucamonga DMV at Hellman. This is the pattern of conduct. P.O.C.